Donald Trump hasn't just rejected the two-state fantasy, he's completely rejected the UN and its bias in this area. He has pulled the US out of the UN Human Rights Council. He's cut funding to UNRWA. He wants a review of UNESCO. Again, this is a dramatic departure from what we've seen in the past, Jonathan.
That's right. He used another executive order to give this forceful rejection of those long-standing UN biases against Israel. He removed the financial and diplomatic support from institutions that have systematically worked against Israel's legitimacy on the world stage. And the UN really has been doing that. The UN has been effectively bolstering and supporting terrorism among the Palestinians. So he cut all US funding to UNRWA, citing its infiltration by designated terrorist groups. We've seen those links with Hamas. We've seen that it's been corrupted by Hamas and other groups from October the 7th and beyond. And he also made sure that the US withdrew from the Human Rights Council, which Israel has now done as well, because that council seems obsessed with persecuting Israel. It has a permanent agenda item, which is to attack Israel. No other state in the entire world has that status, only Israel. So it's blindingly obvious to anyone that looks at it that this is a UN body which is designed not to protect human rights, but actually to attack Israel as some sort of human rights abuser, worse than any other state on the entire planet. It's quite ridiculous. And I think that Trump has done an amazing thing in signaling to the world that, you know, the leader of the free world, that America, at least under his leadership, is not going to put up any longer with that kind of UN activity. Even the UNESCO, which is meant to look after culture, has been actively working against Israel by trying to disassociate Jewish Israeli history from places like the Temple Mount and the Western Wall.
Jonathan Sacerdoti, thank you so much for your time this evening.